Hello, Black community. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. And if not, just hang in there. Things will be okay. Last week, we finished up the series of why the Black community isn't more unified. And I broke down the reasons and went over the government and Black people themselves and explained why each reason contributes to the reason why the Black community is not unified. This week, we will start a new series explaining the benefits of a unified Black community. And today, we will start off with a call to unity for the Black community. Black community, we must unite. We must come together and form a mindset, a way of thinking that brings us together, a sense of community self-interest, thinking as a group instead of as an individual. If we think and work together as a community, we don't have to rely on other communities and nationalities to provide our necessities of life. If something bad were to happen in this country, either by natural disaster, civil unrest, or by a foreign attack, all the resources such as food and water will be hoarded up and distributed amongst the communities of the owners of those resources. And if we just happen to live in their communities, I'm pretty sure we'll be the last ones to get anything if they did anything to help us at all. That's why we must own our own stores and businesses within our own communities. The same way we get together and form our little Christmas saving clubs or whatever you call them, where you and a group of your friends and or family save money together and spend it for whatever reason, we should be able to do the same thing with owning businesses within our communities. We can get together, save money, and invest in businesses within our neighborhoods. Group economics is the way to go. There's a series of books under the title of Powernomics. Please check them out. They are a great source of information if you're interested in Black empowerment. Powernomics. Black community, we must take control of our own culture that's being fed to our communities by controlling the music and the movies that we listen to and watch. We must be the ones setting the standards of how we live and behave within our own communities. Through our culture, we can implement values of community love and showing honor and respect to each other because we are the same people. Making music that empower us as a people, making music that promotes self-respect, self-worth, and a positive cultural image. We should be making movies that show us caring and respecting each other. Movies that inspire and spark pride in who we are as a people. Movies that teach us the importance of networking and building together. Because we've seen enough gangsterism, drugs, and murder. Let's take that underbelly of our society, that gutter street life, and put it back where it belongs, in the gutter, back in the underground, in the shadows where it's supposed to be. Gangsterism should not be the mainstream, the top influencer of our culture. We are way more creative than that. So let's reflect on who we are as a people and promote the good that is the Black community. Let's show each other and the world how great we are and how we can build instead of destroy. I talked with a good friend of mine the other day. I was talking to him about Black unity and how we need to come together and build. He started to tell me a story about how powerful we are as a people when it comes to destroying things. That across town where we live, there are concrete basketball courts with chain nets, thick metal rim, and metal backboards. and somehow we are still able to find a way to tear it down. And it's made out of concrete and metal. He went on to say, so imagine if we use that power to build. And I told him exactly. We would be unstoppable. There's nothing we can't do if we are united on the same accord and building towards it. Even in the scriptures, when the people rebelled against God at the Tower of Babel, God said there was nothing impossible for them because they were united in one accord and they could have accomplished anything. They could have even made it to the heavens had he not stopped them. So imagine us united in one accord around community self-interest and uplifting the good of our culture instead of the evil and the rebellion. We can reach the stars. Black community, we must see the importance of community, buying from one another, supporting one another, and trusting one another. We've got to take pride in what we do. When we say we're going to do something, we must do it and do it with integrity. Do it to the best of our ability. So when we do business with each other, we will already know we will get a good quality of service or a well-made product. That should be our standard. Quality, taking pride in our work, building a good name and being reliable, a mindset of honesty and uprightness. I'm not saying we got to go buy 1 million acres of land and build an actual physical community, but to those that do exist, we should be in control of our own black community and prosper from it instead of other communities prospering from us. And to the rest of the black community that does not live inside a physical black community, it still applies to you. Because like I said, this is a mindset, a way of thinking, a connection to what's familiar, a connection in love for and a supporting of our black culture. We can live in different parts of town, but still have a code of conduct that we have and identify with, showing love and looking out for one another's well-being. Rich and poor, young and old, male and female, we must all respect and show honor to one another. It doesn't matter what you believe in or who you marry. If you are black, then we are one culture, one community. As a community, we are black first. That is our umbrella, our blackness. Under this umbrella of blackness is where we must unite. Once under this umbrella, we can believe what we want and be who we want, as long as we stay under this umbrella of blackness. Everyone under this umbrella must be held accountable for their own behavior towards one another. Self-accountability is very important for this to work. We all don't have to see every single issue the same or agree on each and every way someone else lives their life. As long as we respect one another and love the person, even if we don't like what they do, as long as no one is being hurt or any kind of harm is being brought to our community, we should mind our business and strive to live peacefully amongst one another. We need each other out here in this world. Yeah, a few of us make it as individuals, but as a whole, most of us need each other's support and networking to make it. We can't have the mindset, I got mine, so now you got to get yours. We must work together and use each other's strengths to counter our weaknesses so that we can build a thriving, successful black community. No one would do this for us. It doesn't make sense to think or to wait around for another community to have our best interest in mind. They're going to focus on what's best for their own communities. And that includes the people in power. So let's handle our own business and take care of our own communities. That way we will cherish and take care of them better because we will have built them ourselves. and there will be an air of integrity in and about our communities, and that integrity will also grow in us as a people. All right, Black community, that sums it up for today. Tell me what you think. Comment below and open up the discussion about Black unity and the importance of it. Tune in next Sunday at 12 noon to One Culture, One Community as we give our perspective on the Black community. Talk to you later.